everyone, and welcome back to the second episode of the Python Logger module procedurally programmed version. Second episode, whatever you want to call it, right? So last time we got everything set up and ready to go. We have this, which doesn't do anything yet. We want to get something working today, hopefully, if we have time. So let's get started and let's start creating the functions for our actual logging. So fatal, like this, def fatal, logger underscore instance. We need that instance every time. Very important. Not file path. Where is it? Message. That's it. str. There we go. So we need a message, which is going to be a string. We need the logger instance. And we simply here just want to do if logger underscore instance log underscore level is greater than log level low, like that, return. Like that, which just checks if we're in the current log level scope. If not, don't log it, return out of this function, don't continue. Otherwise, we want to do logger instance underscore log type fatal and message. Fantastic. Now I'm not going to recode all that. I'm just going to copy it out and change it. Error will be the same. Fantastic. Then we will do warning, which will be, it will be medium, I believe. Yeah, medium. Then we'll have success, which will be high. There we go. And information, which will be all. And change this, information, fantastic. We also want debug and trace. Okay, let's do those as well. So we want debug, which will be just debug without checking without this. We don't need that. And trace will be a little bit different. We need to have something else in here, which gets the line number and file name. So file name here, line number here. So we're going to do frame is equal to inspect.stack 1, which will get the file name and line number. So we do file name is equal to frame.filename, and line number will be equal to frame.line number, right? So that's how that works. Awesome. Now that we have that, then we have all that ready to go. We can actually create the log function, which will handle our logging for us. The main log logic. So def underscore log, and in here we want logger underscore instance log underscore type, which is going to be int, and we want message, it's str, and we want file name, which is going to be str is equal to none, and line number str equal to none by default. Okay. Now that we have that, we can set the header str is equal to this, and style underscore ANSI str is equal to this. The reason for that is because we need to make sure that our header and our styles are separate so that we can reuse the styles whenever we need to use the colors. And then what we can do is simply if log underscore type is equal to log underscore type. That's not how you do it. Why can't I type? There we go. Then we simply want to do style ANSI is equal to \033 square bracket 1m, which makes it bold, and then \033 square bracket 31m, which makes it red. So that's red and bold, and then header is plus equals fatal, like that. And I also want to do plus equals on this just so that it actually gets this here. Okay. So now that works, we can do elif here, and I just want to copy it because I don't want to retype it every time. We're going to change this to error, and this for error will become 35. Like that. And we'll do this for all of them real quick. LF error, so warning. Warning is going to be 93. We need to make sure we have that. Warning. And success. Success is going to be 32. There we go. Success and information. Information is going to be the color number 34, I believe. Yeah, 34. Then we want debug and trace. Debug is going to be 2, I believe. Yeah, debug. Trace is then going to be 90. Trace. Trace. Fantastic. Okay, that's all done. Brilliant. Now, for debug and trace, we do need to add a few extra things, okay? So what we need to add, we need to go after lf log type, blah, blah, blah. We do and os.getEnv. And we do debug equals 1. Like that. We want to do the same with trace, but we also then want to do file name is not none, and line number is not none. Like that, okay? Fantastic. For trace, we do need to also add some things here. So we're going to do file path is plus str file name plus line number str line number, like that. Like that. That is the header for that one. Okay, awesome. Next, after we've done all that, what we actually need to do then is get the timestamp for the actual log message. So the actual timestamp in the log message. So we do that by doing timestamp. We don't want to use one per runtime. We want it per log message. So timestamp equals date time. You know what? Let's just copy it. Where is it? This. We'll just copy this line here, and it'll do it for us. There we go. Perfect. Don't want to write that out if we don't need to. Then we just want to check if the header is not equal empty and style is also not equal empty. Because if it is empty, then there's something's gone wrong. We don't want to continue. So we want to check that it's not empty, that it has got the correct styling, the correct formatting, and the correct header so that we can continue. So I'm going to also minimize this. So we've got some more space. Let's do __ log _ console. Logger _ instance timestamp message style and header. Okay. If logger instance has toggle file logging enabled, then we also want to do __ log _ file logger _ instance timestamp header and to be message and header, like that. Oops. And we also want to do the same for DB. So logger instance toggle _ DB _ logging We will do that, but just change file to DB. Like that. Okay. Yeah, that's how we do that. So, fantastic. So far, we have got everything ready to go. You know what? We got a little bit of time, so let's actually get the console logging working, shall we? Let's get the console logging working. So what we want to do is just go below this and create a new function, def __ log _ console. What I'm also going to do is create these functions as well. But just do that because I don't want an error. There we go. So in here, what we can do is say print. We actually need to take in this stuff here. Just to make that work. There we go. Just so we don't have any errors when we try to run it a little bit later. Okay, so let's get this started then. So print \033 bracket 96 M like that, which is just the little cyan color, and we need a bracket here so that we can make it look nice and styled. Then we'll do logger instance. But as I was saying, there's just the color for the little logger identifier. So we just say ID. Is it ID or ident? Don't remember. ID. Okay. So we just do ID like that, plus closing bracket \033 0M to reset the color, plus style NSI, plus timestamp. Then we'll have that with a comma because we can just do spaces automatically now, and message like that, plus \033 to reset again, 0M like that. Fantastic. So that is it pretty much for the console logging. So now we need to test that. We haven't got the file logging or DB logging done yet. We will do that in the next video. So for now, let's just test this out. So we should have all this code working. Line number, it doesn't like that. Why not? Line, because I spelled it wrong. There we go. No, I didn't. Oh. Why? Oh, that's fine, that's fine. We can just convert this to a string like that. That's not a problem. Yeah, so let's go to the main.file, and now what we can do in here is say initialize logger log _1. We want true. Oh, we don't. Yeah, why is that doing that? Log _1. We don't need to have anything related to file or DB logging yet because we haven't got that set up. So we'll do fatal or logger.fatal. We also need to do logger.this and logger.this like that. Okay, perfect. I am then going to type this is a test fatal log message, %s, %d, and %f, and then we'll do test string concat 65 and 80 or 98.432. There we go. That's how that will work. Let's run it. And we get an error. Argument message. What happened to argument message? One required potential argument. Or one required positional argument message. So it's coming up as multiple. What if we do... I'm going to fix it now. Okay. Missing one. Oh, because I didn't put the log instance here. Log underscore 1, like that. Comma. That'd fix it. Fatal log 1. Why is it doing that? Because the thing deleted. Oh, that's why. There we go. That fixed it. There we go. Now it works. Fantastic. So yeah, as you can see, that's all working. Brilliant. So let's actually duplicate this a bunch of times and test it out for error, warning, success, information, debug, trace. And then we will copy it again for logger 2. Should be this one. There we go. Run it. Fantastic. It works. And if we go to production, it works. And if we set logger.set log level, so log underscore 2, log underscore level low, then what we should have is only fatal and error here. Perfect, that works. If we go to debug, we should get debug and trace as well. Fantastic, that is all working. Great work, everyone. We've managed to get the console logging working, and that is awesome. We will now, let's have a look 1 second. I want to delete that. There we go. I need to do that. There we go. Okay. Next time we'll get the database and file logging working. So thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you learned something, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.